Good day and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be using all of the new products that I got from the Sephora sale. They're brand new, haven't opened any of them, haven't given them a chance, so grab your beverage of choice. Today mine is a smoothie. I went to the gym this morning, so proud. And I have almond milk, frozen blueberries, kiwis, frozen bananas, strawberry protein powder, and a little bit of oatmeal. Delish. And then we're just gonna dive right in. So I'm gonna get my hair out of my face. How are you guys today? I'm wearing my Luke's Stars Hollow shirt, which is one of my favorites. It is a yucky day outside, so I want some comfort, and nothing is more comforting to me than Gilmore Girls. I have my fireplace going on in the background. I've already done my skincare and we're just going to dive right in. So the first thing I got was a primer. So this is the Glowish by Huda Beauty primer. I heard Makeup by Cheryl talking about how this is like officially her new favorite primer. So I am going to just go for it. This looks pretty jelly-ish. Now, it came with a little spatula, but I don't usually do it. My hands are clean. We're just going to go right in. I don't know how much to take. I don't know if that's too much. So I took about this much. And we're just going to hope that that isn't overkill, which it might be. But that's okay. It might be. I'm excited to continue to film. As I come back, I uploaded all of my Mexico footage yesterday, and it is so much. I've decided not to like trim my videos as much as I see other people do, because when I enjoy a video, I want it to be an hour long. And so I have not trimmed. Like my pack with me was like an hour long. My Thanksgiving vlog was an hour long. And so if you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not here to pander to anyone. I'm here for myself and for a hobby. So this feels, it has no scent, which is rare for Huda Beauty. It doesn't feel overly tacky. Is it pore filling? It blurred a bit. It definitely looks pore filling, which is great. And then we're going to be using our new makeup brushes. I have a freshie. This is from the Sephora holiday collection. It's going to be a foundation brush, and I'm so excited to try the new HAUS Labs foundation. So I got 130 Light Warm. It might be a little light for me still because my skin is a little bit tanned right now, but that's okay. Because what is it? Make it work. Okay, I'm just gonna pump this right onto the brush. The brush has a little bit of dusties on it. Dusties. Do you guys clean your brushes before you use them? Because like I don't. I feel like it comes clean. Oh yeah, it's a little light, but I think it'll be great for me in the long run after this tan goes away. Actually, it's not that bad. Wow, it really is sinking into the skin. Holy cramoly. Sink. That's just one layer. Automatically, that looks really nice. People seem to really love this. Although I have different tastes than other people. Obviously, everyone has different tastes. But a lot of people are very much like, I like a light skin tint. You know, like a no makeup look. And I'm like, no, I want makeup. I want makeup on my face. I would like to blank my whole face out and then draw a new face on. I am not a fan of my skin. I have big pores, I have rosacea, I have huge acne scars. And so if I could just like skin a baby and put it on my face, that would be great. Too far, YouTube? Well, get used to it. Get used to my sick, dark sense of humor. And I think actually the more popular I become, I might actually start to, you know, get divisive, because that seems to be the lay of the land in this climate right now. So we will see, won't we? We'll see. I have a couple days off, which is lovely and funny, because I worked, like I had obviously my vacation, and then I came back, and then I had a couple days off, and then I only worked 3 days, and then now I have 4 days off, because Ian and I got in a car accident and I needed to take a day off. And then I have 3 days off a week from my restaurant job anyways. Wow, that actually looks really like a good match. Like a good match. So I would like to do one more. That was just with a brush, and I'm actually not a huge fan usually of brushes. I just use a brush to like put it on, and then I'll go in really to blend with my beauty blender, but that went on really well with a brush. It seemed, I think because it sinks in the skin so well. So I'm gonna give this one more layer, because I'd like to see what that does, see what goes on there. Oh, I'm wondering if I should, man, I've been wanting to do my eyes first lately, because it just seems better in the long run for your makeup look, so you don't have any fallout or whatever. But I always do my base. I've always done my base first, so it's like I forget. So it's like a switch up in the routine, but I don't quite have that down yet. So all right, we're gonna go in with a second layer. Although this looks freaking glorious on the skin, it really does. I don't think it actually needs a second layer, but we gonna do it anyways. We gonna do it anyways, because more is more. You know, when they say less is more, we're definitely not talking about Laura Burke. I have the urge to do like a at-home spa day, because I've been craving, like when I went to Mexico, I really had planned on getting a massage, but the massages were like $150 American, which is just too rich for my blood for a massage, that I don't know if it's going to be good. Usually at resorts, the beaches are pretty open, like to others. Like if you're in some resorts, like the beach won't be blocked off. This beach was blocked off, so it was like a private beach. So if it's not blocked off, usually they have like other outside masseuses walking up and down the beach with like what is that called when you like, oh, a laminated menu with massages. And so last time Ian and I went in November, we got massages on the beach for like 40 bucks. But they didn't have that this time, so we were like, no, we'll just get a massage when we get back home, because we go to this place called Total Soul on Robson, which is just phenomenal. And we're like, we can wait. Okay, so that's 2 layers. And do you know what? This looks beautiful. Looks a little light on camera, but it might just be the lighting. But it looks very nice. Very like natural, but covered. So I'm going to move on. Love it. That looks good. And it did. It like blanked out my face, which is exactly what I want. So far so good, Haus Labs. Good job, Lady Gaga. Good job. Good job. This is the only one I'm going to keep in the packaging for now. I don't know why. I just like keeping it in the packaging. It's just nice for like a bit, for like a hot minute. And then we are going to move on to concealer. I got the Hourglass Vanish concealer. This is in Creme, and I know I love this, so we're just gonna go right in. And it's beautiful. And I think I'm actually gonna grab a brush. What is this? Is this a concealer brush? This is a concealer brush, I think. All right, let's try it. I never use a type of brush like this for concealer, but we're gonna give it a go. Oh, it's probably like a face concealer brush is my guess. Like a spot concealer. which I don't actually, I feel like this is picking up too much of the product. Like, I don't feel like it's leaving the product on my face. Usually with my concealer, I'll like go down the sides of the nose because I have a lot of redness there. Yeah, it did pick up a little bit of the product, but not, yeah. I don't know, not my favorite concealer. I don't think I need a brush for concealer. I think I'm happy to just like put it on and blend with the Beauty Blender. I think I'm gonna let that sit for a hot minute. And then for bronzer today, we're gonna be doing an oldie but goodie, the Patrick Ta. And this is in She's So LA. She's So LA. You can tell I like this. I've hit pan with this, and I have my e.l.f. putty primer brush that I use all the time. So I'm just gonna lay this down, and then we're gonna go back and blend in the concealer, because I don't want to make my bronzer perfect before I blend out this concealer. But I do like leaving it for a hot minute so it has time to like soak in. I do really want to try the Hourglass Airbrush foundation because people seem to really love it, along with the NARS light reflecting, but I think I'm going to try the Hourglass one first because people say that it's good for mature skin, which I may not like have mature skin. I don't know. I'm 35. I think that in the beauty world that might be mature skin, because I definitely have wrinkles under my eyes that I want to be cognizant of, and they say that the Hourglass Ambient foundation works absolutely wonderfully with texture and lines. Okay, great. That looks beautiful. I always love that concealer. I find that no matter how much I put concealer on, I always have like lines underneath. Like I'm never gonna have perfect skin. I'm never gonna have perfect like tired under eyes all the time, because that's just who I am, guys. It might be a skincare thing, so I'll definitely look into that, because I actually didn't even notice until recently. I was watching some TikTok, and it was some lovely, young, beautiful TikToker who it looked like she had bags under her eyes, and then she put concealer on, and the concealer just covered it. And I was like, how did it just cover it? Like, I'd used the concealer that she was using before, and I was like, I've used that, and like, I feel like I can't cover mine no matter what. So I think that it's just, it might be color correction. I've never like delved into the world of color correction. It kind of intimidates me actually, but maybe I'll try that. All right, love this bronzer. And then we're going to go into, actually I'm going to powder first because my blush is going to be the Shellie powder. And so I just want to powder my face first, and I'm going to leave usually I put on setting spray and then dab it in, but I'm going to leave it actually because I want to try the One Size setting spray, and I want to try it without using my technique. Regularly powder, and I'm using the Huda Beauty for my under eyes, and I'm just going to go right in with my sponge. I'm actually going to let that bake a bit. Great. And then I'm just going to powder the rest of my face normally with my Wet n Wild clarifying finishing powder in translucent. I'm going to use this new brush. This looks like a nice brush. I wonder what I'll use this brush for. I find I get like a nicer finish for my makeup when I do my trick where I soak my face in setting spray and then essentially bake all over my face with my powders. But it does sometimes accentuate my texture depending on the powder, depending on the foundation, depending on my face day. So, and I just want to, you know, kind of let the foundation shine today and see how this setting spray works. Perfect. So we are going to move on to blush. And again, I have my Shellie. I'm going to use my new Sephora blush brush. Beautiful. And I think I'll go pretty ham with the blush today. I'm just feeling it. Feeling like I want some blush. And I've been noticing that people have been putting their blushes like higher and higher on their cheeks. Especially I've been watching the Kardashians, their new Hulu Disney show, and I never watched the old one, like ever. Never did. Maybe like once or twice at like a friend, if I was staying at a friend's house and they were like loved it, or I'll see scenes of it on like Instagram back in the day, or if I was like staying at a hotel and there was nothing else on, I would watch it, but it was too much drama and repetition for me. Like I would find like before the commercial break, they would be like, next up after a commercial, and it would be like a scene and you'd see it and then it would show the scene again and then it would show the scene again, and it like kind of just showed the same scene over and over again, like the drama moment over and over and over again. And I was like, okay, we've seen this, like I get it. But I really like the new one because it seems really happy. Like people seem in a happy place and they seem to be really, there you go, that's beautiful. Just gonna kind of blend over top of that just to kind of melt everything together. Anywho, I've been watching the Kardashians and they all have their blush like light and like up here, and it's usually really pink. So I looked into buying the like Dior blush that everyone seems to love, and it's like $50, and I was like, I just spent way too much money on makeup, so I'm gonna need a second. So I'm gonna do a pretty easy peasy eye look today with my new palette. This is the Sephora Wishing You collection, and it's quite cool, and I want to film later, so I don't want to make it too pow right in the kisser. So I'm gonna go into this shade. What is it called? Looks like it doesn't actually have shade name, so I'm just gonna go into this very light pink to start off, just to start the look. Oh wow, immediately color payout. Whew, that's surprising. Yeah, that just was much pinker than I thought. Look at that pink there, and look at this pink here. Whew, crazy. Okay. Whew. And then I'm going to go into this cooler toned guy right here. And just kind of define the crease a little bit. That looks pretty. Looks much darker in person than it does on camera, but it's quite nice and light. If I had had this shadow, the 90s look that I posted recently, I haven't posted it yet, but I filmed it before we went to Mexico, and so but I had so many things already going that I haven't posted it yet. Okay, and now I'm just gonna add a topper, and I'm gonna do this color. But if I wouldn't have had to buy this, the Creme de la Creme, whatever I bought, because wow, that has great color payoff. Do you see that? It's beautiful. That looks nice. Easy. That's so easy. I really like this palette, and for $11, I wouldn't have like looked at it twice if it wasn't for Taylor Wynn, because she bought this for her Sephora haul, and I was like, and she explained why she bought it. She thought there was some unique colors in it and it was really wearable, and I was like, oh yeah, like I would love those colors. I'm gonna deepen the edges just a little bit. And so I was like, oh, that's also pretty cool toned, which is what I've been trying to play with a little bit these days. And so I picked it up, and it was $11 before the 30% off, because it's a Sephora collection. So it was so freaking cheap. What is 30% of 11? Well, 20% of 11 is like 2.2. So 30% is going to be 3.3. Gosh, Laura, math, come on. I know, guys, I know. It's okay. Let me know down below if you're not good at math, just like me. Great, I think that looks beautiful. So we are going to do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario, the brown. I almost picked up a new one of this because it's down to like halfway that I had it before. I think it'll still last me a hot minute. Actually, maybe it won't. I'm down to the little. Should I pick up a new one, guys? Today is the last day of the sale. I don't know. I'm just gonna do, I don't know if this makes you guys uncomfortable, me doing this waterline on camera, but it's actually easier to do it using the camera lens than using my mirror down here. I do love this tiny little brush that came on the other side. It just blends so easily. I'm going to do a little tiny bit on the waterline on the outside. And then I'm going to take the first product I'm using that is not from Sephora, and not that I just got. This is the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil, and it's quite creamy, which I love. And I'm just going to do my lower waterline because it's not as stark. I used to do white all the time, and I still have white, and I do white. I actually just bought a white jumbo pencil from Amazon for like $6 from NYX. One thing I've noticed is that Amazon for the States has better selection for makeup, cheaper makeup, and Amazon here doesn't have like regular basic makeup items. Could be really expensive. Okay, moving right along. I'm wondering, I kind of want to try this like Fenty Beauty Heat, but I'm wondering if it's too red. So let's just do a tiny little bit and see how red this comes out. Smells weird. Kind of smells like fake makeup you get when you're a kid. All right, so that's really light actually, and I actually really like putting on something. I meant to put this on before, after I did my foundation, before I did everything else, because I love wearing like a plumping gloss as I'm getting ready, because this is so silly. It probably isn't true, but it feels like it's plumping up my lips like as I'm doing my makeup, and I always end with my like lips, doing my lips, so I feel like my lips will be in perfect plumping, ready to get done by the end, which probably is just mental, but I mean, I am mental, so. Okay, now I'm gonna smudge underneath my eyes. I'm gonna use my new e.l.f. smudge brush, which is also not from Sephora, but it is new, so I'm excited to get it out of this packaging somehow eventually. Okay, perfect. There we go. And I am going to use the same, I'm going to use the same cool tone right here. And I am just going to smudge it underneath my eyes. Oh wow, I think I actually really like this brush. Oh, I can feel that lip stuff working. Oh, that worked really nice actually. My other one's quite small, my other smudging brush, so that worked really, really well actually. Very excited about my new purchase. What do we have left? We have eyebrows, we have mascara, and we have lips. So let's start with eyebrows. And I'm just going to use an oldie but a goodie. This is the NYX Thick It Stick It. Eyebrows aren't something that I overly care about, so if I find something that works, I will stick with it. And if it's cheap, I'll try new stuff, but I also don't want to just have a whole bunch of product that I don't use for no reason. I know that like beauty influencers always have like piles and piles and piles of stuff, and I don't. Not that I'm saying I am a beauty influencer. One day that would be cool, but I also am just super wanting to focus on my acting career, and this has just been a lovely hobby so far, and I don't want to spend too much money and waste, you know, a bunch of stuff that I don't need sitting in my drawers. So I know that this works for me and I am going to use it. And there we go. So easy, so easy. I don't want like a difficult brow routine because that just doesn't do it for me. Okay, next we have the Tower 28 mascara that everyone loves. This is the MakeWaves mascara in jet black. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like zip through this because I take forever to do my mascara. So I don't want to make you guys sit and watch as I do this. Oh, this is like a plastic comb circled. I'm actually not usually a fan of plastic combs, so we'll see. Okay, interesting. I have a lot of thoughts. So it's definitely not as thick as I can usually get my lash, but the comb definitely separates very well. It doesn't get clumpy. I'll be interested to see how this dries out. I think it needs to get like a little bit drier before it works the best that it can, because I see why people like it. Like it's separating, it seems to be like lengthening, that it seems to be coating everything, but it's not as thick and voluminous as I would like. So that might just be a personal preference, but I will keep you posted on this. All right, our last thing is lips. So I'm going to be using my brand new Anastasia Cool Brown lip liner, and then I will figure out what to do for lipstick because I have no idea what's going to work with this. Oh my god, I'm dying with how precise this is. This is so precise. So good. I love that. Oh my god, I love it. So freaking precise. Do you see that? Gorgeous. What a beautiful brown. Oh, I did not think I would like that as much as I do, but I do. So nice, so excited, and it's like massive, so I think that's gonna last me a hot minute. And I think for lips, I'm just gonna use an oldie but a goodie. This is Morphe Matte in Wifey. Perfect. Oh yeah. And I might just leave it at that. Let me take a closer look. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let me give one more little connector. And then I'm going to maybe just add a little tiny bit in the center. This is the Sephora Love Love right in the center. I really like that lip combo. That's really nice. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Yes. Do you know what? I'm really enjoying this makeup. So it's quite like chill, like not overly glam, but still beautiful. This foundation looks amazing. Okay, I'm going to get my fan so I can add this one size setting spray. So I have this fan that I got from the Grand Serenus, which is where Ian and I went. But I got this fan one of the other times I went. And then I'm going to give this one size setting spray. I wonder if I have to shake it. Shake well. Keep eyes closed. Hold 10 to 12 inches. Spray in a circular motion for okay. Never heard that before, but let's give that a go. Shake well. Circular motion. Okay. All right, let's give it a see. It feels dry already. Feels like, do you know what I like about it? It feels like it doesn't pout you in the face. Like, you know how I was complaining about the, I think it's NYX. I'm going to show you. Yeah, this NYX Plump Finish, like, splashes you in the face, like, wets your face. So that is it for today using all of my new products, guys. I'm really happy with everything. The only thing I missed was the Refi Lip Sculpt, but that takes some finagling, and I didn't want to get into it, and I also had another lip pencil that I could use. Wow, those are supposed to not do that to your hair, and I'm pretty sure it just put a bend in my hair. I'm pretty sure that's why people buy that, so it doesn't put a bend in your hair. Fascinating. I try to be cool, guys, and look what happens. So that is it for today. I'm super stoked with this look. I will keep you posted as to how I feel about everything, but so far I love everything. The foundation's beautiful. I really like the tones of the Cool palette. I'll be interested to see how the Tower 28 mascara works as it dries, and this I'm sure is supposed to be like really good. And then what else do I have? I think I'm most excited about the foundation, guys. Most excited. Thank you so very much for joining me. Please like and subscribe. I'm like 9 away from getting 400 subscribers, which is not tons in this world, but to literally like start up my channel and have 0 to like a month or 2 later having like 400, it just feels good, feels nice. So thank you so very much. Be well and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.